Hi all my patrons, thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much for your continued support. Today we are going to work on Flesch, just like last week, but not the scale book that you know. We are going to work on Urstudien by Flesch, which in English translation it says Basic Studies of Violin Technique by Flesch, which I find it is translated maybe a little overly simplified. Urstudien, it has some basic structural work, but I find it does not mean it's only for the beginners, because it's a very demanding, very structurally demanding, and also technically demanding. So that's why I put it under category of all levels. So now we're going to talk about today left hand, vertical, horizontal function at the same time. So left hand technique is basically two. Horizontal one, either sliding or shifting, and vertical, dropping fingers from up to down, whether it's stretching it or just simply. So those two motions. Now Dunis has a similar approach, and I tend to go with more Dunis and Flesch Urstudien, Flesch Basic Studies, because I find it's a little easier to apply within the pieces. But there's something about Urstudien, this Basic Studies of Flesch, that one could apply also, because there's some parts that Dunis does not cover completely. So nice thing about having access to all these wonderful pedagogues is we can just pick and choose and match it as we need it. So let us do it. So it's under chapter Roman number 1, letter B, second one. So that's on the printed page 13, and I believe in the same digital page 13 if you have a digital form. If you don't have the music, let me know. I would happily email it to you. So there's a part in the middle. We have to, you actually practice without, you can practice without the book, but I will use the book for you to hear. So there's there's always 3 fingers horizontal movement, meaning sustain. There's the 3 fingers staying vertically holding it down, 3 fingers out of 4, and 1 finger horizontally sliding up and down. Here the key is not to forcefully hold it, but with a minimum finger pressure, we hold those 3 fingers down while moving 1 finger up and down on the string with a light fingertip. The key here is a super light fingertip of all 4 fingers, whether it's holding down vertically or sliding horizontally. So it starts, first we move our hand in the second position on the E string. So let's say approximately we're playing second finger with the note A, because we're in position 2, A, B, C. Now we are going to extend our first finger away, making almost B flat, and bring it up to make C sharp, while keeping this 2, 3, 4 very lightly. And this is the exercise. Now here, make sure the 2, 3, 4 is not too overly heavy, like that. And then feel free to adjust your left thumb under, and then you will have to do it, otherwise you could actually injure your hand quite badly. Now here, now when you look at it, it's important not to move the entire hand, but only 1 finger. The rest of the hand stays with a minimum width, and same concept stays. Now this time, B flat first finger, we play, and the B flat, third finger, now 4. This time, 1 first finger, third finger, and fourth finger. So notice that our first finger is stretched, already extended. Our hand should be in the second position. Now we're going to train the second finger, sliding from very close to second finger to close to third finger, like this. Here, try not to forcefully hold it 1, 3, 4 too much. Yeah, again. Here, very very careful. If you feel any tension, let go. Because if you're not very familiar holding with a minimum finger pressure, we can overpressing and we could injure our hand. It's something that we want to train our hand how to do it, but one has to understand that your muscle, your body needs time to adapt it, be able to handle the stressed work. If you feel comfortable, then move on to the next one. Now, the next one we play B flat here, C, and then fourth finger, octave. Now this hand position already is something that comes with advanced technique. That is why I think Urstudien by Flesch, this very basic study, is not necessarily for beginners but for all level. Especially the advanced players should be the one that's addressed first, as well as in a beginner level, but in a different approach. But I will get to that one a bit later. So let me first play the music what is written. So 1, 2, 4 on 4 and 2 on the A string, 4 on the E string. Now third finger, which is hardest, I find it. Bring a third finger close to second, close 4. Again. Now the key is not to lift up 1, 2, and 4. Bring second finger, third finger beside the 3, 2, and 4. I find it quite strenuous for the left hand. Let go. Relax. The next one, the last one, is, you guessed it, we're moving fourth finger. We place B flat, C, and D, all on the A string. Now we're going to stretch from E flat to G, if we can. I find this one quite hard without moving our hand, so I have to bring my hand a little to my right and sticking my wrist and the elbow a bit to my right to support the fourth finger stretching. Sorry. Let me show you from this side. Because I have a little rather small hand. If you have a big hand, you should be able to do that. If you're having a hard time reaching it, then just feel free to bring your left elbow to your right and you should be able to go a little farther up with the fourth finger. I find it still very strenuous, even for an advanced player. This is what I suggest, which is not from this book. Sorry, Flesch, but I find this one is a little dangerous because one could injure one's hands very badly. Instead of leaving all three fingers down on one finger, try with one sustaining finger, one sliding finger. For example, F natural and second finger on the A string. Yeah? Or second finger here, first finger. Now 3, then fourth finger. Now 4, third finger. And so on. If you feel confident, then you place 2 fingers down, 1 finger sliding, such as 1 and 2 down, third finger sliding. And now, this time 2 and 3 down, first finger sliding. On and on. Notice that one. Duni's book is same way. And Sevcik also. When we see this great technical book from great pedagogues, one has to rather understand the idea behind of it, what we're trying to achieve with our muscles. It's not place or pieces like repertoire pieces that you have to practice from measure 1 to measure whatever the last measure 20, 25 it is. One has to be very careful that we don't over practice, end up injuring our hand, or rather put your violin away. We go through the book and try to understand what this book is trying to achieve. So this one wants us to learn how to hold certain fingers with a minimum pressure while being able to active in different way. So basically the individual movement of each finger. And instead of just playing what is written blindly, understand one and simplify that works for me, for my hand, for my condition, or the level where we are at. I hope you can try that with yourself and make sure when it comes such an advanced technique, even though it's a basic studies, Urstudien, it's always worth to take in enough time to allow your left hand to relax and come back to practicing, and then give a full attention, and a great efficient practicing has to be followed. I wish you all happy practicing. Thank you for watching and all happy, wonderful music making. Bye bye.